Hey guys, Desolate Magic here with some gameplay examples, and not even full games, but just examples of how games were won and how games were lost in the Omniscience event, which I would recommend everybody try at least once if you have the coins or gems for it. It really is quite fun and quite easy to win if you know what you're doing. Speaking of that, I kind of skipped the instructions and clearly do not because I had Convolute drafted. I did not realize that you could generate 5 mana with the emblem. It says counter target spell unless controller pays 4. Yeah. So anyway, I also have Mind Rot and Inspired Charge, so I'm actually going to start the game with no creatures because Mind Rot is hilarious. Alright, so here we go. Looks like my opponent goes first, but I hit keep. And I'm checking out what the emblem does. He casts Goblin. He doesn't realize that the emblem can generate mana either. So it actually worked. His other two are clearly non-creature, and now they're in the graveyard, and I have a 7/7. Basically, the game's over at this point. That's the biggest creature. I mean, unless he brought out a Death Toucher, I don't really care. He returns those to his library. So what? I wouldn't have even drafted this card. It's terrible. I mean, there's no point. And then he sits there and I don't know what the hell he's doing. Clearly, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing either. Yep, then we wait for him some more. Oh, no, that was me. Oh, I think I was reading the emblem or doing something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know whose timer is whose. All right, hit him. He blocked because 7 damage is a lot. I got a 5/5 Death Toucher out. That's some kind of elemental synergy card. Shouldn't have been drafted. It's terrible. Then we got Angelic. There you go. Draw a card. Ouch. Mind Rot again. Don't need it, but doesn't matter. I think he was dumb enough to let both through, so I boosted him. Didn't really need to, but it was funny. So yeah, I mean, that's why Angelic Gift is huge. It's a free spell. I mean, everything's a free spell, but it replaces itself, so it's a truly free spell. Oh, no. Oh, I think I cast it just for fun, and then I'm showboating and he gives up. All right, so second game, I'm starting with a 1/1 Death Toucher and Mind Rot and Negate, and I give him a good game because I'm basically forced to start with a 1/1, and that's it. Then I negate his Mind Rot, give him the sarcastic oops, because what kind of asshole would play Mind Rot? Bye. Bye, Felicia. And then we got another Death Toucher. Like I said, control, counterspells, removal, and lots of cheap Death Touchers. I thought that's what would win games. I'm not wrong. I mean, spoiler alert, I went 7 wins on this run. This is the first run through the event where I barely knew how it worked because it's been months since they ran this. Now we got 3 1/1 Death Touchers. This whole game was basically a disaster. I'm not even convinced I win this one. I don't remember. This was weeks ago, people. Weeks ago. Okay, what's he going to do? Well, if you're going to just sit there and hold on to spells like an asshole, I'm going to make you drop them. Just saying. Bye. I wanted to check what they were. It was Mind Rot and Disenchant. So now he's got a 6/5 Menace. Then I got Shared Summons. Most powerful spell in the entire set. So I can go get the 2 most powerful or most useful creatures on my deck. So they have to not match those. So I went with Menace and 7/7. Game's over, basically. I should have just left 2 of those on defense, but I thought, I could lose one of the 2 of those. But then he hits it with Pacifism, and then he realizes he can't actually swing. And then I get Inspired Charge. I precast it just to showboat. This is a very showboaty tournament. All right, third game, Active Treason with Shared Summons, and then that stupid zombie I was forced to grab. I had to trim a lot of cards, and I was left with that. So Shared Summons, I'm just like, yeah, grab the boys. Anticipate. I don't care. I give a nice because I hate the fake counter spell reaction. Just piss off. Do it during the end step. You're an asshole. So anyway, we get all 3 of them out. Still got Active Treason. I forgot what that does, and I don't care. Oh, there we go. I think it's the same thing. Oh yeah, Unholy Endurance. When it dies, return to the battlefield. So I steal that because it's funny. Then I think, okay, if I strapped it to that and it got killed, that would be cool, but it can't. So I was trying to determine, like, if that stays on him when I give it back, does it still return to my hand or his hand? Because it should return to my hand, but I'm not sure. If anybody knows how that works, I'd love to hear it because I still, to this day, do not know. So I strapped it to my own, and then he blew it up, so it doesn't matter. There we go. So he got it back, and then he dropped another 7/7, so that's pretty lucky. And then He drops in that thing. I don't remember what. Oh, it gets rid of cards from graveyards. What an absolute waste of a draft pick. But I can't make fun of anybody's draft picks because it's like what was left? What were they stuck with? Except that that's an uncommon, which means it was very early in all likelihood. Oh, Mind Rot. I think I had like 4 of these in my deck. I feel like that's a little high. Yeah, he's got one more creature than me. One's a Death Toucher, so that's kind of scary. So he's just doing that to piss me off and waste my time. Emptying my graveyard as if I have any kind of graveyard synergy whatsoever. I mean, basically it makes sense because I could use Soul Salvage and bring them back, except I don't have that. I don't know, it might be in this deck. I don't have it right now. Yep. There it is. He's at 1. So you can see those big fatty creatures. They're either going to lose bodyguards one at a time, or they're going to lose life, or both. I mean, if you have the biggest creatures, you win. That's why that go get the 2 biggest creatures in your deck card is so insane. That rule of law is the stupidest thing I've ever seen somebody play. Both of us cannot play more than 1 spell per turn. Both of us. As in me and him. Anyway, I won. By the way, if you didn't catch that, he -4'd it with Befuddle, which also says draw a card. Fantastic card. And then I +2'd it with Inspiring Charge to do exactly 1 damage. Ouch. So next up, terrible start. Absolutely terrible, but I thought, well, I can buy some time and I can ambush something. So that's the boost spell, that's the Tappy Tap Cat, and the Blade Brand Death Touch thing. I thought, well, I could probably ambush 2 things, and then he's got that stupid mill card and Anticipate. What the hell? And the funny thing is you can tell from like the 4th time through this draft that the people got way more skilled, way more just difficult to beat. There's my useless Convolute. I do hit him though. I wasn't even going to wait on the cat. Yeah, you ain't going to draw 2 cards, bro. Negate goes pretty far in this event, but so do giant creatures. So I wouldn't necessarily draw it unless it's like a last option. I did that just to get the damn spell, and I thought, oh, cool, if he re-enters the battlefield, I get another tap effect. That's kind of cool. But then there it is. Angelic. Oh, that's right, I was going to counterspell it, and then I just blew it up instead. I should have attempted to counter it. I think I do with this one, and then I realized, oh, he could just pay for it. Yeah, so I just did useless dead card. That's why I said oops. I said oops every time I cast that from now on, and nobody else fell for it. So... whoops, do not draft that card. That was my bad. I didn't read the instructions because I'm a guy. Anyway, Mind Rot, bye. See your cards later, bitch. And then, what else we got? I think I run into the wolf on purpose. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I'm going to do it on defense. That makes way more sense. Because I didn't know if he would block or not. But then again, 16-19, I don't know about that. It's kind of weird. I think I don't ambush him with that. I wanted him to die. That's interesting. And that's a cool one, but it only got rid of 1 card. It exiles all the non-creature, non-land spells. So all the instant sorceries, planeswalkers, and auras, or enchantments, whatever. Anticipate. Very good card, because it's like a free card. It's just a cantrip, and you get to handpick it almost. Like it's not a full tutor. AKA fetch. There we go. 7-7. It's about damn time. I just got a really bad pool for this first one, by the way. It was the worst pool out of all of mine, and I got the best record. It's hilarious. So, there you go. When he dies, he comes back. I mean, he's just buying time. That's why that's a pretty good spell. It buys you a lot of time, and especially against like a 1/1 Death Toucher. Okay, now they got to deal with it twice and lose 2 creatures. They basically can't swing against you. So there it is. He's just like, okay, burn it. And then it re-ETBs. There you go. Still got my ambush boost, though. Scholar of the Ages, fantastic card. But I just obliterated his graveyard. So all he can bring back is Anticipate. That goes to get any 2 instant or sorcery cards out of your graveyard. So pretty damn good. So there's Anticipate again. So he's really running away with the game here. I know I lost one of these games. I just don't remember which. Let's see. There's an angel. Now he's got a flyer. 15-10 though. Do I block and kill him? I think I do because I don't want to get hit for 5. There we go. Wish I could make that lethal, but I can't. Another 7/7. What's up? You can never have too many of those. I just figure screw the Frostlings. He needs less creatures. Maybe not the wisest decision, but it was funny. So he can only really swing in the air. Or can he? Oh, shit. I forgot how this one goes. Oh, and then he has to block or he'll lose. Kind of. I mean, well... I mean, yeah, he has to block the ground one, and he just decides it's not worth it. You know, for this one, I don't even have to explain much. I'm like, yeah, okay, mid-range, 7/7, good start, whatever. Then he takes forever. Remember, this is 2x speed. It's not that complicated, bro. And there we go. Just unleash it. Just absolutely, there's 14 damage right there. Now, he gets to start with a bonus card, though. So going second isn't the end of the world. It's just Furry Miscreant is stupid. That first strike guy is stupid. But Agent of Treachery is ridiculous. So he has permanently stolen that. That really pisses me off. Yeah. This might be the one I lose. Actually, is it? I think something turns this around. Oh, I totally screwed that up. Totally. Oh, that pissed me off. This is how quick you can lose. Yeah, Mind Rot, useless. Yeah, I lose instantly. If you get a bad start, you are screwed. If you get a good start, you're probably still screwed depending upon what they started with. So this tournament can go for turns and turns and turns, or you can lose on, what was that, turn 2? So for this next one, I thought, well, that'd be kind of funny, but I would lose. So then I thought, screw it. Let's mulligan. So then we get Duress, which I shouldn't have drafted, Blade Brand, and Vorse Claw. So I thought, okay, I mean, I'm obviously not going to mull to 1. So I get rid of Duress. Screw it. So I thought, well, Blade Brand draws a card. Then that absolute moron ran Rule of Law. So now both of us can only cast 1 spell per turn. So I hit him with the Mind Rot because he deserves it. That is such a stupid, useless troll card. It affects him just as much as it affects me. So we got Diviner's Lockbox. This guy's deck is so overcomplicated and such a complete and utter waste of time. Not to mention his slow playing. Remember, 200% speed. Ripscale Predator. Yeah, nope, actually it's Key to the City, you cheating jackass. So you can already see why this would be a problem. Untap target artifacts, and he gets 2 shots at guessing it. But he's still going 1 at a time, and this is still a draft. There's probably only 1 in his damn deck. But the whole point is you know what's next, and then you can... I thought exile a card from the top? Maybe not. I don't remember. It's a stupid card. Don't play it. But he gets a lot of mileage out of that. Unfortunately, he drew a bunch of cards there. So Feral Abomination and then Menace. I mean, he can sit there and dick around and untap his artifacts all he wants. That's 11 damage, so he can kiss my ass. I hope I negated this. Oh, I didn't. Why didn't I? Oh, because I can only cast 1 spell per turn. Oh, that pissed me off. Oh, that really pissed me off. I am not happy with that. Yep, and there's something that can get in my way, so that's great. I mean, that already has Death Touch and that has Duress, so I figure, Menace. So I Duress him, get rid of Sorin, which is hilarious. I could have just negated that, but I'm not going to not choose the card. Kill that, get it on my way. It's still 6 Menace. That's why those are, the 2 best. Draft every single copy you see. I mean, almost regardless. Unless there's a perfect rare sitting there, draft it. So there's that ETB draw card guy. He's pretty good. Don't miss him. But I've still got Menace, so he's in trouble. Obviously, he has some kind of weird control spell, so I'm still sitting on that negate. In this case, I think I should have cast the Blade Brand, but I win anyway because he knew I had it. So this was my worst draft pool and my worst draft decisions, and I did the best because your first time through, they're going to send you up against absolute idiots. My 4th time through, I was going up against all players at my skill level, so... Thanks for that, Wizards. I thought they said that your MMR is only based on your performance during that one event. So we did get that insane rare. Pretty good draft there, but now I've got a 1/1 Death Toucher and a flying 7/7. And a Vampire. And a Blade Brand. Which is the Death Touch draw card. And now he's not flying. So yeah, Disenchant. I mean, it's good. I wouldn't put too many of those in your deck, though. Maybe 2, 3. You do want it to show up every 10 or so cards, but not more than that. Otherwise, you'll have it in your opening hand. So he uses that stupid ability, trigger, whatever. Mind Rot. I mean, half the time that shows up, you don't need it. So it'll clear control spells out pretty damn quick, though. All right. I knew he was going to do it, so I granted him Death Touch, and he is dead. Goodbye. And then I got a Duress, which I also don't need. Just don't draft too many Mind Rots and Duresses. I think I had like 7 or 8 total. Yeah, don't do it. That's the blow up an artifact or enchantment card, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm pretty pissed off at the draws, but it's 12 to 8, and he's got 1 flyer. This doesn't look great. That's another flyer. I don't actually lose this one, do I? I only lost 1, I thought. Oh, hit him with that, and then probably forfeit. Yep. Don't draft too many control spells, people. That's what will happen. So we got Crappy Undead Servant, Sedge Scorpion, and Blade Brand. Not very good, but it does replace itself, so whatever. So let's see. He has Feral Abomination with Death Touch. Okay, but you ain't getting through. I mean, my 1/1 is almost as good until you need to actually win the game. So I thought, okay, let's hit him with that. See what he's got. I think it nukes his whole hand, because if they're creatures, he would have done it. Oh, Befuddle, and then he draws a card. Well, unfortunately, the card he drew was also a non-creature spell, so... there it is, Blade Brand Trap, goodbye, and we get another 1/1, which is making it easy to draw out the game. Rule of Law for no reason, because he's a dick. Stop playing that, people. Seriously. Another Mind Rot that's not at the right time. Are you getting my meaning about why you shouldn't put too many of those in your deck? I wouldn't have done that. I would have chump blocked something a lot bigger. Preventing 1 damage every turn, not worth it. I mean, he can literally tap it and heal for 1. There was really no reason to do that. But like I said, the first time through the tournament, you're going to go up against talentless idiots. The 4th time through, you're going to go up against experts. So that's why everybody should do this if you're vaguely good at Magic or Logic or Math at all, because you'll win. Like I said, this is my worst pool by far. So Maniacal Rage, I'm like, okay, whatever, 5/4, whatever. He'll probably block it, which he did. So, I could have put that on my Scorpion, but that's a fun one. So now if he brings out something actually good for once, I'm going to steal it and hit him with it, which could be deadly depending upon what he draws. I wish I remembered what happened, but I sure as hell don't. Oh, Altar of Blood. And Convolute, the card I shouldn't have drafted. Useless dead card that does nothing. I think I tried to make him... Oh, Sleep Paralysis. Permanent pin down. Ouch, that and pacifism. Very deadly. I try it. He pays it. Yeah. Oops. Damn right. Oops. I shouldn't have drafted it. There we go. And I forgot to cast Act of Treason. Oh, no. You can only cast 1 spell per turn. But if I would have cast Act of Treason, I would have won because I would have stolen his dragon. And yeah. So I forgot again that you can only cast 1 per turn. I saw my 7/7 and got excited. Then I'm like, oh, good game. I can nuke his entire hand. But I have, once again, forgotten that you can only cast 1 spell per turn. So I get rid of that obnoxious card and then realize, oh shit, that's all I can cast. So I think that's the last time I forgot that I can cast only 1 spell per turn. This is just an annoying game, and this guy is so stupid. So here we go. Aerial Assault blows up my biggest creature. He's just delaying the inevitable. I start checking libraries at this point, I think. I'm pretty happy with that, except that I can only cast 1 per turn, and I know damn well that somewhere in my deck there's a card that'll blow up that Rule of Law. And if I do, it'll be on my turn, and I'll get the jump on him. Sort of. Unsummon, yeah, screw you too. I mean, that's one reason to run Rule of Law, I guess, if you have a lot of instants, but in my opinion, there's no excuse for that. So the best card in his hand is that stupid fairy that does nothing. That's the best card out of the 7 cards in his hand. I find that hard to believe. But then again, this is this guy's deck, and he's an idiot, so he probably did draft absolute garbage. So whatever, I thought, okay, Menace. So he literally can't attack me or he'll die. So there you go. This guy's playing slow as hell, too. There's Risen Reef, the best card out of 6. So then let's see. I think he sacks it and brings out a 5/5. He finally realizes that he has an altar in play. Yeah, you should have done that to your fairy last turn, you idiot. I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe there's some restriction. In fact, he should do it at instant speed during this turn, but I'm not sure you could do that either. I don't remember. Too lazy to look it up. So now we got a flying Menace Ripscale Predator. And draw a negate. Wonderful. And I go no attack because it's not worth it. Don't want to lose it and then have him counter swing or whatever. Let's see. Then he tries to cast that on me. Then I realize it can't be targeted. I'm like, well, screw it. It's going to get exiled anyway or whatever. Discarded. So, yeah, all non-creatures. So I thought, well, whatever. There's my fourth one. So now I'm really pissed that that stupid useless card is in play. That's affecting us both. But me, it's preventing me from dropping absolute game-dominating power. And him, it's really doing nothing because his entire hand is useless, apparently. So that's interesting. Just based on the cards that he drew so far. But then again, he could have thrown that fairy in specifically to sack it and make a 5/5. Like, maybe that was his weakest creature, and that was the point. So, I don't know. Nothing with a death trigger, obviously. So I'm like, oh, here, have another 7/7. So I swing with that. He gets a lifelink. That pisses me off because that's going the wrong way. But I think he can't use the altar again because it costs life. I don't remember, but I really should look the card up. So then he gets a night out. Cool. But I still have Menace, so he can't swing because it's a flying Menace. There it is. Suck it, you asshole. All right, bring the army. Let's go. Problem is I'm so damn low on cards, and he's got a ton of cards in hand, but I got the impression that they're all useless. So I decided just bring everybody. He can't counter swing. Nothing he has haste. Let's do it. So I killed the Dragon Mage, I think. Or no, I think I knew what was in his library. I think at this point I would have drawn the last card and lost. It's going to be really interesting how this one ends, because I actually do remember it. You guys are going to get a kick out of this. It's actually pretty funny. Okay, he brings out a wolf. I don't care. He cast that Season of Growth completely at the wrong time. Then there's another one, so he gets ETB Scry. That's why it should have been the first thing he cast. I mean, this guy's a moron. So I checked 3 cards in his library. I just hit good game. I don't know if I think I'm going to lose or him at this point, but it's good game regardless. Maybe even I didn't know. Shared summons. Hey-oh. There you go. Go get those 2. Cool. So that if I could just delay long enough, I'll win. But I need to not get counterswung on. So I'm like, okay, he has to block every single one of these except for the Scorpion. So he does. No, he blocks the Scorpion too. That's interesting. Okay, there we go. So then he doesn't have 13 on the counterswing, and I somehow thought that he would deck himself. I don't remember how, though. Oh, Uncaged Fury. Ouch, that pissed me off. It would have been lethal, except he's an idiot and doesn't know how the game works, and it's a draw. Because of the draw 7 trigger, we both drew 7 and lost simultaneously. Thanks for wasting my time, you talentless, clueless dumbass. Hey, if you played Rule of Law in this format, catch Ebola and die. So, next up, Fatty with Death Touch and Hand Disruption. Let's check that one. Yeah, there it goes. My creatures are bigger. Yay, 12 damage, I win. So, let's see. He's got the Fire Elemental and the Dragon Mage. Ooh, Dragon Mage. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. My guess is no, because I won this tournament. So that's a 1/1 Death Toucher. Kind of needed that, kind of didn't. I was just like, all right, let's step on the gas. Get his crap out of the way. Force it. Oh, I thought I purposely drew 7 just because I thought this guy was an idiot. Wow. I shouldn't have done that. That's pretty funny, though. That right there is pretty... That's worth a nice. That was pretty funny. So he basically can't do anything. If I were him, I would just swing into it and just get over it. There's Convolute. At this point, I'm pissed that I drew that. Drafted that. Because I'm like, oh, cool, they can't stop it because they don't have any land. Whoops. Read the directions, Das. I probably should have let the wolf through. Because, there you go, Reverse Claw. Yeah, he pays it. Oops. Hey-oh! Twinsies! These later games were really sketch, dude, for real. And I wasn't about to do a shootout with him winning, so... Oh, that hurt. Ambush Boost, Infuriate. Nice, +3/+2. Soul Salvage, he brings him back. At that point, I just assume I'm screwed, but... Nope, Sleep Paralysis, so he's pinned down forever. So it's down to 9 damage. I forgot what that does. I don't know, something about number of creatures, yeah. It's basically the Westvale space program on the ground. So there's 7. I say oops because he just signed his freaking death warrant, okay? Yeah, it's still his turn, But it doesn't matter. My deck is better. It just doesn't matter. I mean, look what I drew. It does not matter. I just won. This guy's an idiot. So there's Artemsis. I'm like, you know what? That's instant speed. Let's pretend to respond to it like a jackass. I hate it when people do that. They respond with an instant speed spell that has nothing to do with what's being cast. Like, oh, they countered it. Oh, no, they didn't. Just stop, guys. It's not even a fun prank at this point. So now my cards outnumber him. I tell him to take his Anticipate and shove it up his ass. And then I just said, good game, because I'm about to dump absolute hell on him. So he takes forever to read that one card that everybody knows what it does. I hit him with a duress just to piss him off. Should have done that first. Mind Rot, because fuck you. I don't know. What did he do? Just drop a counter on it? Would he proliferate? I don't care what that does. I really don't. Okay, what do I do now? What am I doing? I think I'm thinking of what to get rid of with the Tomebound Lich. Or I got up to go get food. One of the two. I don't remember. That was a while. Hit him with another Mind Rot. That's a classic. So I got rid of Undead Servant because he actually belongs in the graveyard. So do you think he's regretting that Dragon Mage yet? Do you think he's going to try to hit me with it again? Do you think he actually has the balls to do it? I don't remember how this game went, but I'm going to say he probably was that stupid. That would be my guess. I think he swings with only flyers, though. He does realize that death is coming for him. So it is 33-11, but how does it go? That's the question. How does this game go? Looks pretty grim, right? Well, that 9-5 is pretty damn easy to deal with. Wait for him to finalize his attack 37 years later. Yep, just swoosh your creatures. Yep, come on. All right, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Please tell me he actually has an ambush boost and he's not this stupid. Oh, Blade Brand. Ooh, I thought it would actually be something good. I'm so sick of people and their idiotic decisions and playstyles at this point. Yeah. I mean, negate an act of treason with a Mind Rot. Really? Does he really actually think he's going to win now? Plus, I've got that Thought Invasion or whatever, Thought Collapse. All right. Natural End. Yep. Well, he's trying to figure out what the stack is going to do. I'm blowing up your artifact. Like, get over it. This guy's so dumb. He takes like 300 years to read everything. There's no way he's this new. Not when I have this many wins. This guy, come on. Looked like a pretty good deck too. But then again, he gave me 7 cards again when he could have just rode into victory. So that was smart. So 7-38. You probably think I'm going to lose, right? Gauntlets of Light on something that's pinned down. Okay. With symmetrical stats. That makes perfect sense. Well, he can untap it. I don't remember what's pinning that down. Oh, my sleep paralysis. Oh, so, okay, he can pay 2 mana and untap it. That actually makes sense. All right. Quit counting your damn cards. Oh, no. Oh, who cares? All right, Zephyr Charge is neat, though. That's another good one, because you pay 2 mana and give something flying, and then he has an Angelic Gift. So his spells that he drew were insanely good. And now his hand's empty, so I kind of don't care about my Mind Rot, which really pisses me off. Then he draws another card. This is utterly ridiculous. But I figured, well, I might as well clear his graveyard. Oops, I don't know why I gave him an oops. Who gives a shit? Stealing this, because it's funny. He's still counting his teeth over there. All right, taking forever to do literally everything. That's a Flying Rip Scale. That's fun. Let's throw that on him in case he dies. I'm just going to try it and see if he goes back to my place when he dies. Hit him with the Mind Rod just to be sarcastic, and then hit him twice. And then I get 7 cards on top of this. I think I win by decking him. Oh, no, another Mind Rod. You guys know I have like way too many of these in my deck, right? Like it's ridiculous at this point. So there's a 1/1. There's this fake counter spell that he's responding to my Scorpion for no reason with. Thanks. Appreciate that. Love it when people do that. I do have Inspired Charge. I might actually kill him with that. I don't remember. I end up winning this one because my deck's just better. You can't let both players draw 7 when your opponent's deck is better. You can't do that. That is stupid. Don't do that. People, seriously, stop doing that. So on his turn, he draws his last card. You can see his library is completely empty. So what should you not do when your library is completely empty, everybody? The answer is attempt to draw 2 cards. Bye. So the question is, did he know that he couldn't win on that swing, or was he just that stupid? Well, he's the one who kept drawing 7 and decking himself. I mean, he should have known that I had a heavy control deck. That's really dumb. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm being so rude about some players and not others, it's because this is heavily edited. This guy was playing so slow, like so unbelievably slow, and then on top of it, making stupid decisions. Decisions that drew out the game and just, at least he didn't play Rule of Law. And that last guy, by casting Rule of Law, he harmed himself more than me and then drew the game out for an extra like 20-30 minutes. This footage is several hours long. I had to edit out parts where they were doing absolutely nothing and speed it up with variable speed multipliers and yeah. So 6 wins, 2 losses. Do I make it to the end? Yes, I do. I already said it. Oh my God. So let's win another game. All right, insanely good open. We've got the Menace, we got the Vorse Claw, and we've got the Maniacal Rage. I thought, well, he doesn't have haste. Should I put it on? And I thought, well, maybe if he blows it up, that would be bad. So I'll wait. Like there's no real reason to put it on until the turn I need it. So he does anticipate, which sucks because then he has giant card advantage, which is a lot when you start with 3. Then he gets the Mind Rot. So maybe I should have put it on last turn. I mean, if he blew up a creature, okay. But then if he clears my hand, okay. Then he brings out Vivian. So this guy obviously had a better pool than me. The game at this point does not want me to get more free gems. So they're putting me up against the hardest opponent they can find within like 30 seconds. And then I just take his biggest creature and pin it down permanently. So, yeah. So there goes Vivian. I'll miss you. I didn't even check what she did. Did you notice? I didn't even hover over her for a second. Or maybe I did for like a second and then I just thought, I'm just going to kill her. So he's stuck with a 2/1 flyer. Yep. And that's a negate. And I thought, okay, obviously he doesn't have a creature. Otherwise he would have cast it at that point. So he is in trouble. Thought Distortion, I thought, well, screw it. I mean, it can't be countered, but he's going to get rid of it anyway. So... yeah, whatever. So that was kind of a waste of a card, but not really because it got rid of my negate. That I would have negated. Oh, yeah. So then he sacks it, brings it back in the same loop. Yes, you can do that because targeting is established at resolution time, I think, or something like that. Then he draws another card off it because it had a draw card ETB. Lavakin, not a very good card. Boy, his pool must have been as bad as mine. Then he boosts it. That annoyed me. Still 20-7, but he's got 1 card and I don't. But then there's another Menace, so I thought, okay, he has to leave 2 creatures in play. I guess he didn't think so. Well, has to. I mean, it's 6 versus 7 life. I mean, hey. I blow that right square up. So, no scry for you. Oh, and then I think he blew it up in response because he thought it was funny or something. I don't really know what that was. I sped this way up. Yeah, good game, yeah. That's why you shouldn't have made that mistake a couple turns ago because he has Menace. So, all right. So then we ended up with, let's see, bunch of free crap. And there it is. Claim prize. Yay. 2 packs of 950 gems. Yay. Wasn't that fun? So some of the people were dicks, but mostly it was fun. It was interesting. A lot of swings. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was cool. And the funny thing is, the next 3 runs through the tournament, all 3, I ran into like maybe one person that slightly annoyed me with their play style, their play decisions, the deck that they actually had, their stupid lucky suck out draws. It was basically, it must have been 2 people because I distinctly remember 2. So that's it. Otherwise, all my opponents were polite, proper players. They played at a proper speed. It was nice, fun shootout games. And even when I finished with 6 wins, 3 losses, just barely, I was like, okay, cool. Whatever. Good for them. I'm not going to win every game. Then I finished the same again. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to make a profit here, but my first 2 runs through were with coins. So the third one, I'm like, oh, okay, I profited, 50 or 150 or whatever it is. I'm like, oh, that's cool because I spent gems on it. And then the fourth one, I think I got 1 win. The game was just like, you are not going to go up against an opponent that you can beat. My pool was pretty bad, but it was infinitely better than what I drafted this time. I mean, this pool from this run was terrible. But that fourth one, I couldn't get anything going. I was stuck with such vanilla crap and just no synergy, nothing. And then they put me up against the strongest people you'll ever see. Like from the get-go, from game 1, I think I lost 2 in a row, won 1, then lost another one. So that's the point where your opponent is supposed to get easier. They absolutely did not. Their deck and their play skill did not get easier. So if you're going to run this, apparently from my experience, don't try to run it too many times. Just cut it off at once or twice, because if you do too well, or really if it's just heavy experience, I think also, there's some kind of secret MMR number thing where you are going to get screwed the more you play. Oh, and by the way, none of these affect your sealed rank, which is really weird because it should, because it's a full-blown draft. But then again, I mean, ranking something that's an Omniscience draft, it's not really Magic. I don't know. It's a little too different, but they definitely track your win rate and your MMR. Oh yeah, it would appear. So hopefully you guys picked up some awesome strategy from this video. Thanks for watching. If you like this accelerated gameplay, leave a big old thumbs up. If it gets like a really good ratio, I might make some more of these in the future. And this analysis of what to do, what not to do, what lost me games, what mistakes opponents made, very valuable. So anybody watch this, you really should go into the event now and just kick everybody's butts. So thanks for watching. I gotta go chop some potatoes. I'll see you guys next video.